Yeah, I think when I first started, I wanted to give myself 10 games. Obviously, you don't have a training camp, you don't have preseason, and it's a long break in terms of playing. So, and everyone else has been playing for however many months, and they're 50 games into their season. So, everyone's in top shape, and so I want to give myself 10 games. I feel like I've gotten better. Try to work on different things every game, and last night I felt like I had a strong game, so I just want to try and build off that.
How strange is today, and what do you think the reaction is going to be tomorrow?
Yeah, it is a little. It's definitely strange, but I'm not the first guy to get traded and go to another team and go back to the team they were at. So, yeah, it's a little awkward, walking in here, going to the visitors' room, but other guys have done it, so it's just business as always.
It's not the first time for you. I mean, it's not the first time for people, but it's the first time for you. And Pete was in here recalling what happened to Max last year, having to go back to Montreal. Does it, and he said things like this do weigh on players, and in some ways, knowing how much time you put into this franchise, and wondering what the reception might be tomorrow. Has that entered your mind?
Yeah, I mean, you obviously you have those thoughts. You think about what sort of reception you're going to get, but I can't control that. I feel like I gave everything I had while I was here, my time in Buffalo, to the organization and to the community. So, I'm at peace with all that, and whatever the reception is, I'll be able to handle it. It's it's hockey, and when the puck drops, you get a shift under your belt. I think it just becomes a game.
Are you at all bitter though, Jack?
No bitterness, nope, none whatsoever. I had a phenomenal time here in Buffalo. Lived out a childhood dream, playing my first NHL game. The organization, the city was nothing but great to me and my family. So there's no bitterness in me whatsoever.
Does anything linger from the way both sides kind of dug in on the medical issue as far as your surgery was concerned, how that dragged on?
No, listen, there's a disagreement in medical, and, they're doctors, I'm not. I just seeked out my own, opinions, and, I felt more comfortable going one way. The team felt, more comfortable another way, and we disagreed, and, things played out the way they did, and obviously I was moved and was able to get the surgery I wanted, and here I am healthy playing hockey again, and that's just, I'm just happy to be doing that.
Jack, you mentioned it a couple times, including the interview with Emily, about the captaincy, and I guess I'm a little confused. It's understandable you'd be hurt by it, but you asked to be traded for very valid reasons. They were going to trade you. Camp had started. I mean, why should they have kept the C at that point for you?
You know what? It's a great question. I don't know. I mean, listen, I just didn't. Maybe I just disagreed at some points with the way that things were handled, and I took a lot of pride in being the captain. And I remember the day I was named captain. It was that's an incredible honor to be captain of a franchise, of a professional sports team. And I remember calling my dad after, and just talking to him, and him saying what he thought that meant, and the. I think I carried a lot of pride in being the captain and wearing the C here for the organization, and maybe I just disagreed with some things that went on through the process, and I don't think anybody would be happy with getting the C taken away from them, and I was no different.
It's a business, Jack. You wanted to make a decision that was best for your health, short and long term. So, with that in mind, even though. Is it frustrating that some fans don't see that side of it? That you're a person, you're not just a hockey player, and this was a decision you had to make for yourself.
No, it's not frustrating. Listen, everyone's entitled to their opinion, right? So, you're always going to get two sides of the story. You're always going to get people that agree with you and disagree with you. At the end of the day, you're the only person that has to, put your head in the pillow and live with your decisions. So, I just wanted to stick to what I believed in, and I thought I did that.
In a big picture, I don't want to use the word regret, but in some ways you wish things would have worked out differently, and there was success here.
Oh, of course, yeah, of course. I mean, this city gave me so much. The organization gave me so much. So, I think if you asked any guy that came through here during the time I was here, and we had some really, really good groups in the locker room, and a lot of really good people, and there's some amazing people that work for the Sabres organization, and those are the people that you want to have success for. Like, you look at a guy like RJ, I mean, there's not a lot of better people that you're going to come across than him, and he's been doing this forever. And you know, he's when you think of the Sabres, you kind of think of him, and you know, you just wish you had more success for people like that have been here through everything that they have. You know, some of the equipment guys, some of the guys that have worked for the team. I mean, these are the people that wear the Buffalo Sabres on their sleeve, and you know, as a team, I think, you know, every year we wish we had more success.
You were here
It was
through a lot
funny.
of.
You at the end of practice, close to the end of practice, you were snapping shots in from a lot of familiar spots on the ice.
Yeah.
Did that in any way cross your mind that, yeah, I scored from here, or I scored that goal from here? Or,
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I told Patty I scored a couple from here.
did you?
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah, of course you get out on the ice, and you know, this is a place I spent a lot of time, and yeah, I mean, I've had a lot of great memories in this building. So you know, whenever you come into a place like that, I think you automatically just start trickling down memory lane.
Jack, there were a lot of decisions that were made here that were beyond your control that affected this franchise. But as you reflect on your time here, you ever think about anything that you might have done differently as captain?
I think it's always easy to sit here now, look back, and say I wish I would have done things differently. But I mean, you look at it, you're 20, 21, 22 years old, you get named captain, you're still trying to figure your way a little bit, and obviously you have that, you know, that extra, you know, it's not a burden, it's a privilege, but there's a lot that comes with being the captain. And yeah, of course, I think now at 25 years old, I think I've learned a lot more, and I'd probably do a better job now than I did then. But you know, the one thing I always tried to do when I was the captain was just be myself, and I still try to do that now. Try not to do anything differently, letter, no letter. Just try to be myself every day, work hard, try and set an example on the ice.
I guess my follow to that would be, to what degree, as the former captain of this franchise and of this team, do you hold yourself accountable and responsible for the lack of success?
Oh, of course, you have to. I think every guy has to look in the mirror, myself included. I was the captain and the leader of the group, and we didn't have enough success, so of course a lot of that falls on my shoulders.
I'm
Jack,
disappointed where
when you look back, Jack, how difficult is it to be an 18-year-old kid and be thrust into the position being the face of a franchise?
Yeah, I don't really look at it like that. Yeah, a lot of pressure comes. You know, you go to a team that you know, is looking for success, has had success in the past, is looking to rekindle that, and is in the midst of a, you know, you want to call it a rebuild. Or we had a lot of older guys on our team the first few years, and yeah, I mean, but I think when I look back at my time as an 18-year-old, I mean, I was living at Matt's house. His wife was basically doing everything for me. I mean, I was living out a childhood dream and having a lot of fun doing it. And we had a really good group of guys in the locker room, and I was just enjoying playing in the NHL every day. So, you know, those sort of things didn't really cross my mind at that time. I think as you get older and as the years pass and you have, you know, you're not having the success as a team that you want and delivering the results, I think at that point you start to feel the pressure a little bit more. And I think I did at times. But like I said earlier, I just tried to be myself every day. And, you know, some days it was a good version of me. Some days I probably wish I was, you know, a little better. But, you know, you can look back now and make changes. But, hey, it's in the past, and all you can do is move forward.
Jack, how disappointed are you the way the relationship may have ended with Kim and Terry based on all that you went through with them since 2015?
Yeah, listen, you know, Mr. and Mrs. Spagula were tremendous to me and my family. Obviously, they drafted me. They gave me a nice, a really nice long-term contract, and you know, I had a great relationship with them. And yeah, obviously things didn't, I guess, you know, things didn't end as good as would have liked. But you know, like I said earlier, I don't have any hard feelings towards anyone. The Pagulas, I have no hard feelings towards anyone. You know, at the end of the day, it is a business, and you know, the team has to. They stuck by their doctor's opinions, and you know, I respect them for that, and you know, I hope people can respect me for standing by what I believed in and what I thought was right for myself, and I hope that me being back playing and healthy, and I hope that can be an example of you know, somebody sticking by what they believe in and having a successful outcome.
How do you want your time here to be remembered?
That's a great question. I thought I made a really good impact on the community. That was one thing that I always tried to do from the moment I was drafted. I felt like the city and the people here gave me so much, so I wanted to try and give back as much as I could. But you know what, like, you look at it and, minus the last maybe 12 months, there was a lot of really good moments, and I thought I had a lot, and I hope the city can, maybe look at it for the previous, 5.5 years, whatever you'd call it, and everything good that happened then, and, understand maybe where I'm coming from.
Is anything else for Jack?
You kind of mentioned the community aspect. The work you did with the cancer centers and sending the flowers to the nurses and whatnot, just putting it all together, what made you want to get involved in the community and what made the fans here so great for you?
Well, I think in a community like Buffalo, where you look at the Bills and the Sabres, and they have they're such a strong image, I guess, in the community, and the fans here obviously care for them, and the people here care deeply about their sports teams, and when you have that sort of ability to make an impact on people, I think it's almost your duty to do so, and I thought that was mine, and I remember, just shortly after getting drafted, having the opportunity to go to Roswell for the first time, and I just felt like I made a connection there, and whether it was Roswell or Best Buddies or doing stuff with Dave and Adams, they were really good for kind of connecting me with the community, and I give Adam Martin a lot of credit. We did a lot of things together, whether it was raising money or different things, and you just you want to give back, and I felt like that was sort of something I always wanted to do. I remember when I was a young kid, and the impact that my role models would make on me. So I just wanted to try and always do that.
Jack, you talked about how much you just missed the game, not all the hoopla around it. What are conversations you're having with yourself these next 24 hours just to try to drown out all the distraction and play the game you love tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, listen, like I said, I think there'll probably be a lot of thoughts, but at the end of the day, it's another hockey game, and it's an important one for our team. We need 2 points. We know they're going to be ready to play after their game earlier in the week against Florida, and we have to come out and match their intensity, and it's a big 2 points. But like you said, I'm couldn't be happier to be back playing hockey. I'm really enjoying it. It's nice to have fans in the building. It's nice to feel like it's back to normal, and I'm just enjoying every moment of that.
Jack, thanks for your time.
Thank you, guys.